If she ain't paying, you ain't slaying. Explain this, my guy. A wise brother once said, my brother Primetime Hitler, the hoe gotta pay the fee to lay with me. It's just pimp knowledge, bro. That when you're a man of value, there has to be something to bridge the access of that value. Now, y'all do the opposite.
If she ain't paying, I ain't slaying. 100. White check mark.
Hey, if she ain't cashing, I ain't smashing. I got the lines for days. I do this ramen shit, bro.
Dojo for life. Hope you all got a workout in.
Yeah, I worked the shit out your girl last night. Bottom line, bro. You know, y'all do the opposite. And when I say y'all, I generalize shit. So if it ain't you, you ain't relating to this. Y'all do the opposite. Y'all prove your value. Y'all prove your worth. Jesus Christ, it must be hard to sign up for the circus every day. Yo, that's feminine. You want her to pay for you? This is the problem with y'all fools. Y'all think money is masculine or feminine. Please tell me what's masculine or feminine about money. And who said that the paying was always money? See, you don't understand the cost of something that can be. No, let me not hit you with too much. You don't understand something can cost you without costing you $1. Because there's more to lose than money. Oh, let me not throw this shit over your head though. I hate low volume critical thinkers. I'm gonna start calling y'all something intelligent. I used to call y'all Neanderthals. I might keep running with that, honestly. I like Neanderthal. But yes, a woman can pay in so many different ways, bro. She could buy the Patreon. She can subscribe and share the content. Watch all the ads. Subscribe on Twitch. Gift subs. You know, if I had a book, buy my book. I'm glad that notification didn't come through. Do y'all see people who spend money to be weird? I really don't understand this modern world, but hey, that dollar don't make a difference. Man, y'all don't know till it clicks. Again, you have to view yourself as a certain kind of man. Cause then no way that nigga came in here and said, "Oh, you want her to pay? Are you feminine?" So money makes you masculine. Is that what you're telling me? Paying for everything makes you masculine? Keep following that logic, and that's the same reason they convince you you're not a man without money. And it's the same logic that convince you you're nothing. You can't be in power or control or the head of the household if you make less than the woman. This is why they keep making y'all fall for this weak masculinity. We need a video on how you became TyKwondoe, not just your name, but you as a person, like the journey, you feel me, in depth. I'm still becoming me. How can I make a video on how I became TyKwondoe? I'm still becoming me every day. Don't y'all see me grinding my side quests, bro? Every day, I grind random ass side quests all the time. I just started piano and singing 4 months. I need a bottle of water. I just started piano and singing 4 months ago. I started the guitar 11 months ago. It'll be 1 year at the end of August. Started streaming 2 years ago. Well, no, I honestly uploaded my first video like years ago. So I got the comebacks. I'm not even trying to come back. It's just that when people say certain things, it's like, who asked? Nigga came in the chat, the hat's killing me. It's on my head. Didn't really make sense to me. I've been making music for 3 years, and lately I've been recently gaining traction. How do I filter a woman who fuck with me over me rather than because I might got motion? What's wrong if she fuck with you because you got motion? What's the problem with that? Another weak belief. What's wrong if she fuck with you because you got motion? This is what you gotta understand. When you are who you are, man, I don't know if she fuck with me because of my money, my status, or because I'm handsome. Nigga, I'm all of the above. Of course she gonna fuck with me because of these reasons. How could you not recognize I'm one of one? I'm one of a kind. I've separated myself amongst men. Of course she's supposed to fuck with this. So again, I ask, what's wrong if she fucks with you because you got motion, because you're handsome, tall, attractive, and have status? What's wrong? Nothing, especially if you just are that guy. The problem is, is if you don't test her loyalty, if you don't filter out somebody that's a leech, if you don't filter out bad character, if you don't filter out a user. A woman could completely fuck with me because I got clout, money, and status, but if she's superficial, I'm gonna find out very fast and I'm gonna sniff her out and she's gone. But she could completely fuck with me because I'm an ambitious guy, I'm successful, I'm handsome, I'm a billionaire, I can sing very well, I can play all these instruments. She can fuck with me for any reason that there is to fuck with me. I mean, it's so many, right? And still not use me like a leech and still not manipulate me. You see what I'm saying? Self-glaze, come on, man. If I'm gonna support anybody, why would I not support myself? Come on, brother. How do you know when it's better to show her who you are better than tell her who you are, and vice versa? It's always best to, actions always speak louder than words. It's crazy how there's so much truth and power in the simplest shit we learned by the time we were 6 years old. Actions always speak louder than words. In any way in life. I'm telling you, nobody believed I would still be creating content. Nobody believed I would still be making money doing it consistently or consistently growing my money and income doing what I'm doing when I first was doing it. But now that 2 years have gone by since that first summer I broke out, what can they say? Anybody that I was related to, anybody on the internet, anybody that talked about that would tell me I wouldn't make it or tell me it's unsafe, have a backup plan. 2 years have gone by. I've done nothing but grow and increase my income. What can they talk about when my actions have spoke louder than their words? There's nothing they can say. Actions speak too. So when you say, when is it better to show her versus tell her? You ask me, I'm gonna do both. I'm gonna do both because I like to talk. I like to hear myself talk. But I understand the importance of follow through. It's just a lack of integrity if your actions don't represent, if your actions aren't consistent with your words. Then you just have no integrity. Like your word is weak. But again, in a time where money is worth everything, I wouldn't expect y'all to care about integrity. Bro, Red, that nigga gonna ask, can you tell us how you became TyKwondoe? Like I'm not still becoming. Every day, my videos has changed, my background has changed, the editing has changed. My clarity and my speech has changed. My comfortability on camera has changed. Collaborations have changed. Any advice on how to get out of a slump? You gotta do so. You gotta break. You gotta push yourself to an edge. You gotta literally get miserable. You gotta get all the way miserable, and to the point you're so uncomfortable you just can't take it no more. And then that's when you give up. You finally give up being a loser. But if you don't get to the edge, you're not gonna take it serious. I'll do anything before I go back to being lazy and depressed. I'll do anything. Just because I've gotten to that edge before where it was like you lose everything. You give up. You say, you know what, I'm done. So what's the sense in honor when you got $1? What's the point? Ain't no sense. It don't even make you sense. How to flirt, let tease, ease like smooth butter. You need experience. Experience gonna make you smooth. Ain't no amount of videos gonna make you smooth. Ain't no amount of books gonna make you smooth. You need experience, because it's through experience, right? You might say, "Oh, I got a stuttering problem," or I hesitate, and I can't flow off the top of my mind. You know why? You know why you can't speak spontaneously and come up with shit to say quickly? Because you don't trust what you think. I trust what I think, so I can talk without ever stuttering. I can talk without ever slowing a word, and I don't have a script. There ain't no script book near nothing in front of me, and you won't see me skip a beat. Because I trust the words as they come in my mind and as they flow out of my mouth. I trust everything I say. I don't hesitate. This is through experience of talking. So it's the same thing think about it. If I asked you your favorite color, you probably say red, blue, green, purple, or whatever color you would say. If you were scared to tell me your favorite color, then you would stop thinking, pause, and then try to figure out another answer. This takes longer than automatic trust, instinctual type of thinking. It's the same with a conversation. Someone asks you a question, you scared to say the answer. The answer is already there. It might be instant. You could just say it and flow it out. But the moment you gotta hesitate and come up with some other shit, that shit takes longer. That shit makes your brain work harder. Gotta get in that field, man. Listen, I was gonna make a video and it's gonna be dropping. Somebody sent me a video on Patreon. It was like, yo, I went on this channel called Social Animal and I want you to react to it. I'm like, damn, this is cool as shit. Like you went on this channel and you DM me personally on Patreon and say, yo, bro, can you react to my IRL film? And I said, yo, that was phenomenal to me. He's learning through experience, combining what he watched and taking it to what he learned. That's the fastest somebody will learn. It's like, all right, I've been watching and listening, paying attention, and now I'm trying to apply. I'm learning through failure. I'm learning through mistakes. Everybody else scared to fail. That person's going to learn 10 times faster than anybody else that's around them that's not willing to lose. Because when I think about it, right? The reason I speak how I speak, and you can put me in front of any woman of any level of status, of any level of attractiveness, of any ethnicity, and I'm going to just be myself. I'm going to be consistently me. And if I'm more interested, then maybe my personality will come out more. And if I'm not interested, I might be a little bit more dry with her. Some things have been forced. Some days I'm like, I'll just do it just to do it, right? The reason it could just flow naturally, I don't give a fuck who she is, how old she is, her status. It don't matter. It's because I failed so much. I've probably been rejected more times in a month just off of the sheer amount of women I've talked to than you have been rejected in your entire life. You haven't even failed enough. You ain't even lose enough. Because if we put the numbers on the board, let's just make up a number. Let's say 1,000. Let's just make up something. If I came at 1,000 women in a month, because I've been coming at them every day, approaching, really working on that shit. Dog, I probably got rejected by 400 of these women. 400. Let's say that's 400 rejections I got in a month. You never even approached 400 women. You haven't even talked to 400 women. Then you look up and say, damn, how the fuck you just doing that shit so comfortably? It's almost an instinct at this point. It's just something. It's just through actions, though. Failure is prerequisite to success. It's the prerequisite to growth, and growth is success. You know what I say? You suck until you don't. But y'all so used to people showing y'all the final product of everything. 60% success rate in the field. Y'all remember we talked about this? What's this? Watch this. I hope my nigga answer too. Yo, Zimmer's great. I appreciate the Twitch bounce up. Yo. Are you out there with them at the courts?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Yo, you remember we was talking about approaching and numbers on the internet, right? What's the percentage we said for snipers IRL? What's the percentage we said?
About you, TyKwondoe.
Remember, let's say out of 10, and I remember the percentage was like 15%. Niggas talking about 10%. What was the percentages if we had to make up one for niggas' actual experience? Which percentage we made up?
Actually, what is like the percentage of us really like sniping these bitches?
Yeah.
I know it's high as shit. I mean,
make a number. Just make up a number, bro.
Like 90.
90 is top. All right, hold on. They might call you crazy. I'm gonna call you later. If y'all still out there after a certain time, I'ma slide.
Alright, bet.
Alright. Bro, do y'all see how my niggas talk, bro? Now mind you, even I think 90 is insane. Even I think 90 is insane. But you listen. Bar none. Now mind you, if I showed y'all what this nigga look like, he also kinda he got the mouthpiece along with looks. We got money. It's when you combine factors, bro, when you got all the factors combined, realistically speaking, you'll get most of the women you come at, bro. Now if you're not attractive, I don't even want to humble you. Don't let me tell you you gotta expect low numbers. And I'm telling you, the more you approach, the better you get at it, and your numbers start increasing. I feel like all my worst rejections came early in my career. I lie to you not, bro. I lie to you not. Had I did my statistics probably early in my career, we probably looking at 20%. We probably looking at something like ugh. But over time, you start like, bro, you just start cooking shit. You start learning how to play a vibe. You start learning how to match energy. pick up what she's saying, close at the right time. All through experience, bro. Niggas don't want to lose, man. This is really one of my most recent lessons in life, chat. Y'all talked about how you became Taekwondo. I'm becoming more me every day. And there's a lot of old beliefs that I get rid of. And one of them was dimming your light because of how you know it makes your environment uncomfortable, other people uncomfortable. But when you think into it, right, you only make certain people uncomfortable. You make those that don't shine uncomfortable. Am I not supposed to be a star? Am I supposed to be any less of the star I am? Am I supposed to be dumber? When in fact my skills and my influence only does better for my environment. Now if that person's ego gets in the way and they can't see that, then that's on them. But this is a deep lesson. Stop. Sit down, bro. I'm about to throw your ass in the cage and we about to be rumbling, bro. But do y'all hear me, or are y'all listening, or do y'all hear me? It's the difference, man. Come on. People could be way above you and they still be hating. But that's like more so jealousy. No bullshit, bro. I never got hated on by somebody more successful than me. At least publicly, I guess. At least, you know. I never got hated on by somebody that was living their life, like their dream life. I never heard somebody who chased their goals and their dreams tell me, you can't do it. I never heard that. I always heard it from people who played safe. I never heard it from somebody who really took a risk and made it happen. Coincidence? You asked me. I think not. I don't think that's a coincidence. You know, but I said something on a call today, chat. Not today, but it was Wednesday. I do Patreon calls Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. Let me tell you, let me ask y'all if this resonated with y'all, because as soon as I said it, this shit resonated with me crazy. And like sometimes when I'm helping people, bro, I feel like I'm channeling some sort of spiritual vibe, bro. Like I just be saying shit and it just come out and I be like, damn, like, oh, that nigga cooking. But listen, Cash Rizay, I appreciate the big 4 months. Thought he had something in his mouth, man. You know, get quiet, you know they up to no good. So we was having this call, right? And we was talking about, you know, improving and basically going to a new level and a new standard of life. And I said, put this into perspective. Really put this into perspective, chat. If you say you want to be a top 10% person in the world, either, not even in the world, let's just say your state, your country, wherever, right? If you want to be top 10% at anything, at a skill, as far as net worth, if you want to be top 10%, let alone 1%, do you know what you're saying? That means everybody you're around, everybody you come across, everybody you talk to, you're not supposed to relate to. They're not supposed to understand you. I gotta turn off notice because I'm about to cook. Keep gifting. I appreciate you and I love you. But I gotta turn off notice because y'all gotta hear me. Put this into perspective. If you say you want to be a top 1%er, if you want to be the best at something, or above, you want to separate yourself from the percentage of people, do you know what 99% looks like? That's everybody. It'll be so hard and so rare for you to come across another lion, another hunter, another predator, another person who's just as hungry as you, another person with a mentality that matches their actions. You literally are saying to yourself, you want to come across a needle in a haystack. But first, you are that needle in the haystack. You are that rare person. You are that 1% of 99. Meaning, your entire environment is against you. Everything is against you because you are one against the 99%. And you have to find those people who are cut from your cloth, and that match your energy and intensity and submerge yourself in that energy. You cannot tolerate anything else. But just to put it in perspective, 99% of everybody is the same. If you want to be top 1%, you're going against everything and everybody, everywhere, all the time. Just put that in perspective, bro. You say I want to go to the gym every day and I want to stay consistent. And there's some statistic like 85% of the people quit or 85% of the people can't stay disciplined. That means your homie not exempt from the statistics. Your mom not, your dad not, your grandparent, ain't nobody exempt. It just is what it is. So if they chose what side they on and it's average, respectfully, you gotta sit back and let me cook these combos. You gotta sit back and let me take the controller. Cause you in the way. And I don't think we put into perspective how rare it is when we say, okay, I want to be the first in my family to be a millionaire. I want to be the top 1%. I want to be worth this much. I want to achieve this and achieve. Dog, that means everybody you come across ain't it. You got to be on guard at all times. Not just on guard defensively, but you have to be ready to put in offense. You have to defend yourself with offense. I'll give you an example. If I'm in a room full of people and they start thinking small, they start settling for less, they start being complacent, I gotta protect myself. This shit is contagious. So the first thing I gotta do is play offense. Oh no, fuck that. It ain't no benefit in thinking small. Why we playing humble? Let's think big. The first thing I gotta do is try to dominate the room. The first thing, for my own good. The first thing I gotta do is I gotta take the full power now. Like, oh, whoa, what's this weak ass shit going on here? Then my defense might come in. I can't be around y'all. I can't be around y'all. We can't talk long. Cause why am I experiencing resistance? You know, the last thing I need is resistance on my road to greatness. Cause I'm going one way. So guess what? You're either helping me on the way or you're in the way. There's no in between. You got to categorize everything like that, dog. This is either in the way or they're helping me on the way. There's no in between. And you have to ask that question. Like, I swear to God, I lie to you not. It has to be that strict. Like, and then mind you, and you know why I'm saying this? I'm reflecting on this great lesson. Because I remember if I go back 2 years, right? When I was first blowing up, like I told y'all, I was a pre-med student. I can verify everything I speak of right now. Pre-med student. The same summer, I had a UPenn, University of Pennsylvania internship for Alzheimer's research. I wanted to be a neurosurgeon. I had a 3.6 GPA, a full ride, my whole school tuition, everything paid for. I had a stipend on top of my free degree. Everything lined up nicely. I was throwing all of this away to create content. Hold on, this business is new. College is safe and secure. This business is relatively new. This is volatile. This is risky, dangerous even, right? I went against all that security and safety and said, this is what I'm going to do and this is how I'm going to do it. Nobody thought it was going to be consistent and happen and believe in it. Nobody thought that. Right? You fast forward. I listened. I said, you know what? It is a free degree. Let me at least try both, right? When in reality, what I needed to realize, if I was trying to be the 1% of anything, let alone in content creation, entrepreneurship, business, net worth, mentally, any level, 1%, every opinion I was receiving was not of that 1%. So what I should have went back and recognized it for was, you're not helping me on the way. You are in the way. Your opinion, your advice, your perspective, the only use and value it has to me is to make my plan stronger. But at my age, I was like, you know what? I don't want to be arrogant, and because I was 19 when all this shit first blew up. Was just turning 20 like a month later. I was young. I didn't want to be arrogant. I didn't want to shut things out. But in reality, what I need to recognize is, it is what it is. Age literally means nothing. A strong mentality, a great plan, don't give a fuck how old you is. It don't give a fuck what your experience is or is not. Because even then, you could be the kind of person who learns from your mistakes. And the bigger you fail, the bigger the lesson is. Why play small? I'm not a small thinker on any level. So even hearing these mentalities and these thoughts and considering, you know what? Might as well try both, even if it's on a minimal tip. Or even, you know, if I tried here and here. The whole time, not even considering, what the fuck do this got to do with my plan? Or where's the source of the idea? It's coming from a place of the 99%. Because 99% is damn near everybody I come across. It should have been recognized and reflected. Period. And it's like, yo, when you really think about it, if you, like I said, put that in perspective, there's 100 people in the room. You say you want to be 1%. Everybody else around you is against you. Or in the way. But I really think about that, bro. When you ask this other person for advice, can you? I don't care who it is. Mom, dad, cousin, nephew, uncle, niece. I don't listen. You gotta start categorizing shit selectively. Like, are you toxic to my plan? Are you toxic to my mentality? Are you toxic to my hustle? It's like, yo. And I wish I was more strict with my vision in that way of recognizing, like, this person cannot serve me in the way that I think they can. Spiritual J with the big 5 months. It is, dummy.
It is, dummy.
My top, I'm a pretty lonely individual. I get what you're saying when you say people are either with me or on the way or in the way. But I only have one friend. This friend is closest to me when it comes to having passions and goals, but he isn't the type to think big, and he doesn't believe me when I say I'll make it big. Well, sometimes people can have the skills, they're just not a visionary. And the true visionaries recognize that they don't have every skill. Which is why Ray Dalio, multi-billionaire, one of the richest men in the world, wrote about this extensively in his book. And he talked about Steve Jobs and Elon Musk and how these dudes, they aren't rocket scientists. They aren't even sometimes the most qualified members on their team. They're the visionaries, though. Let my vision work and let your talent be your talent. Now, it's a difference if I don't trust my vision. I'll do myself nothing but harm. I'm a danger to everybody around me if I don't trust my vision as a visionary. Then on top of that, I don't recognize my weaknesses and limitations and then put in place what's necessary to benefit me and my plan. Go into your situation of your friend. I don't need all my friends to be visionaries. But don't be in the way. Don't be in the way. If I say we about to build a box, my boy, you better pick up that screwdriver. Hold this side while I grab the other one. And if you don't, I will either grab it myself or find somebody that will, because this is going to get done. And I'm telling you, this has to be so disrespectful, it cannot exclude anybody. Because some people, guess what? They just don't know. That's what you also have to realize too. If you're saying you want to be a top 1%er, you have a vision, you have a goal, you have a standard, and you've been educating yourself, you've been studying, they just don't know. And some people can't be told and convinced. So when they see, then seeing is believing. Then they say, oh, wow, I didn't think. I could never even have imagined. That's another thing. Two people's imaginations be killed by the time they're growing out of adolescence, because they've been done nothing but growing up and having their goals shut down, their dreams shut down, their belief and sense of self-esteem shut down. So now it comes time and you're full of all of that shit. And they don't even know how to translate or switch out of that, transition from that low level of thinking. So you have to show them. They have to relearn how to believe in themselves. How do I have a rotation in my school, and should I? You do a video on Patreon about conviction. Did I not? Somebody let him know I did. I'm pretty sure I did. It probably did not get its individual title, but the idea of conviction has been discussed. And I've talked about it on Patreon. I talked about how, the first thing you should think of when you think of conviction is a pastor at church. And how conviction, convince, convict, convince, kind of similar words. Conviction is convincing. So when somebody has conviction, they speak with such a power and such a certainty that it bleeds into our own confidence. We resonate with that because it sets such a tone that is very convincing. Conviction is just an extreme sense of certainty. A person trusts themselves or what they're saying so much that we can't help but believe them. That's conviction. Conviction implies influence. No, conviction creates influence. By imply, it's almost like you're making it seem indirect. No, it's not indirect at all. It's actually very direct. And good speakers know, or great speakers know, that they have to speak with conviction. Otherwise, they won't have a very powerful message. Could you imagine? I come in a room and I say, "Hey, you guys should start like approaching women like maybe 3 a day. 3 days might be a good number. Come on, man." Like, who listening to that? What are you talking about? I don't even remember what I said to your comment. I'm gonna be honest. Oh, when you said stay in your hustler mentality, gatekeeping. No, I'm not gatekeeping. What I'm doing is I'm putting. I realize the way people think and act is contagious. So you could be a loser, right? And hang around 3 of my homies, and we'll turn you into a completely different guy. You hang around us long enough, you'll be a completely different guy. You'll stop being afraid of approaching women because we do it like it's like a like sneezing, like we like, oh shit, there she go, oh, the bag. All right, come on. That will just become normal to you. Your confidence, your ability to say what you want to say, speak your mind, and not be afraid to offend somebody, would just change. Your ability to set a target and aim at that and shoot even if you miss, and then shoot again 10 times harder would change. You would completely be a different person. You hung around us long enough, because this is how we live and what we do. So I understand that's contagious. It's vice versa. I could go into a group of people and be a complete hustler, ambition on 30. 10 out of 10, it's on 30 out of 10. My grind and my vision is just, the sky is not the limit, the stars is not the limit. My vision just shoots so far. I could come into around a group of people with this kind of mentality, and if I spend time with them long enough, I'll start getting comfortable, complacent, and settling for less. It's very contagious. So I hope that answered your question. It's not gatekeeping, it's just me being conscious of how contagious being a person is. Knowing that, I'm very conscious of what diseases I'm around a person. Let me see. Are they gonna give me complacency? They gonna give me ambition? What they got? I'm checking for all types of diseases, man. Not everyone's that impressionable, though. It starts from within, if anything. You are impressionable. Everybody's impressionable. Even the most confident and determined people are impressionable. Even the most successful, everybody's impressionable. You are very impressionable. Nobody is just in your. It's just as you a human being. It's just how psychology works. Why do you think The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, fired his whole team? Well into his career and success, he fired his whole team. Look it up. The article will tell you. Are you tripping if not everybody's impressionable? At first, you might not be. I'm not saying I'll just walk into that group of people and I'll change the next day. There's always a resistance to change, but best believe you hang around them enough, you spend enough time with them, you will change. It's just how you are as a human being. Hey, Tom, I'm stretching my comfort zone by talking to new people. Am I supposed to feel weird? You are supposed to feel weird because it's uncomfortable. Let's use our common sense, brother. You feel uncomfortable. You feel like you're forcing a combo. You feel like you're forcing yourselves on you. You feel like this is not normal. All of these things are true for you. You feel like you're forcing yourself because you literally are. I don't feel like I'm forcing myself because it takes nothing for me to do it because I've been doing it so much. So I don't feel the force. I feel the flow. I feel it feels natural because it became natural over time. It feels weird to you because this is weird to you. This is not normal for you to do. But for me, it's normal for me to do. So it feels weird being nervous. It feels weird not knowing what to say. Because my experiences just pushed me out of my comfort zone so far that what makes you uncomfortable, I'll be comfortable during. What makes me comfortable, you'll be completely uncomfortable. It would just bother you. How was your upbringing as a youth? Where did your confidence come from? My confidence came from my ability to like take risks. I feel like I always had an element of confidence. Maybe not necessarily like poise and composure and good like shit like that. But I feel like my desire and my curiosity have always been stronger than any emotion or any thought I could ever feel. So if I was curious enough about something, I'm a true scientist at heart, my nigga. I'm an experimenter. I'm gonna find out the hard way. On any level. I'm talking about if it's a woman, is she pretty, is she bad, if ethnicity, I never, like, I'm talking about, I used to be really like just curious. And that's a level of confidence because I was willing to go for something at the end of the day. Now, when you get to some confidence where you start, your attitude comes out, right? You get the kind of confidence, you start to unlock an attitude. You start saying, to hell if that bitch don't like me. Shit, if she don't choose, she lose. Like you start coming out with your attitude and your swagger. That's through experience. That's gained over time. There's just no way to fake it. People fake it, but you won't get exposed through your actions. You know what I'm saying? How breaking my phone habit the same way you break any habit. You know, you start being conscious about it at first, and then as you're doing it, you just catch yourself and correct it. And after a while, you won't have to correct yourself. Yo, Ty, what do you think is a good first step to self-improvement? Recognizing the problem, you know what I mean? Can't fix something you don't think there's something wrong with it.